For more than 4 decades, the red-cockaded woodpecker, or RCW, lived on the edge of extinction.
Reporter Dave McNamara shows how central Louisiana is playing a role in its comeback.
We turn off the highway and drive a couple of miles on gravel road through the tall longleaf pines of Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest. This area in Vernon Parish is home to the once endangered red-cockaded woodpecker. But now the small woodpecker is making a comeback, thanks in part to the efforts of humans. Biologists have been tracking these woodpeckers for years, finding their nests dozens of feet above the ground in the trunks of tall pines. They raise a camera to peek inside.
He's in the cavity.
Oh, wow.
There's the 2 chicks there, looking about 7 days old.
Where's Mama while all this is going on?
She's around. They make a lot of noise and kind of act like they're going to do something, but they never get close to you.
Biologist Christian Cobb is heading up to the nest 25 feet above the ground to carefully grab one of the tiny woodpecker chicks for tagging.
You're going to put your hand over the cavity and it goes dark to them, so they think it's, the mother or the father coming to feed them. And that's when you slip this extraction device in there and cinch it up, pull this little string, and hopefully you've got a chick or 2 in there. You can see his eyes trying to open, so about 9 days you're going to start seeing that eye open, and then you're starting to see quills beginning to form. So that's a typical characteristics of an 8-day-old chick.
The tiny plastic tags are color-coded, so the bird's movements can be tracked from a distance with binoculars.
That one's 26 grams, big healthy bird there.
And we've tracked them in movements as far as a couple of 100 miles.
The federal government reported that the red-cockaded woodpecker was on the brink of extinction in the 1970s when it was placed on the endangered species list. The bird's habitat was disappearing as trees were cut for timber, agriculture, and development. But 50 years of forest conservation efforts are paying off.
The red-cockaded woodpecker is an indicator that we're doing what we need to do with longleaf, because that's their preferred pine.
There are now 5 times as many clusters of these woodpeckers compared to the 1970s. And in 2024, the bird was downlisted from endangered to threatened.
That tree is healthy, it's going to have bugs. So the healthier they are, the healthier that population is going to be. And of course, they've got to feed these young that we've banded today.
You can hear the tiny birds chirping in their nest high above the ground. It's the sound of success for a once rare bird that is now making a comeback, along with its longleaf pine forest home.